Well, a group of women in Eldorado Park in Johannesburg say it's time for meaningful action against gender-based violence. They're starting the Black Doek movement as a means to mobilise men and women in their community. To discuss, we're joined by spokesperson for the Black Doek movement, social activist Dereleen James. Ms. James, thank you for being with us. So you're in the process of launching the Black Doek movement. Tell us about how this all started.
Well, the brainchild behind this movement is my daughter, Kelly James. And she said to me, Mommy, you know what? We've seen youths go out there with courage and making their voices heard. What can we do as the youth of Eldorado Park, to highlight what is happening? And she said, because she loves wearing a doek, we came up with the idea of the Black Doek. And the reason why, we decided on the doek, a doek represents strength, determination. It also shows that as a country, as a community, we are in mourning for the loss of our many sisters that has been dying by the hour. I just read earlier on that, we are losing close to 60 women are being murdered per day. And that is how the movement came about. We also agreed that it would not just be another hashtag Black Doek movement that people that we will just be trending. No, we said we want meaningful, we want something tangible, we want a meaningful impact from this. We want to see help coming to our communities. We want to see safe houses. We need to tackle the justice system that is letting us down, that is failing us. We need to lobby not only Eldorado Park, but the entire South Africa to rally behind us. It cannot just be business as usual.
And you spoke about those incredible figures, and we understand they've gone up under lockdown level 3 because of the sale of alcohol are now opened up again. Is that something particularly concerning for you?
That definitely is. I mean, there's a clear link between the sale of alcohol and the spike in gender-based violence cases. We've noticed that the Minister Becky Cele has actually noticed that if we've noticed and realized that there's a link, why are we still leaving the sale of alcohol open? Why aren't we taking it back? Why aren't we banning it again?
It seems like you're particularly concerned about young women. You said your daughter inspired you, women of colour living in communities who aren't living behind big walls, but walking the streets. Just explain their plight in Eldorado Park.
You know what? It is sad that where I'm from in Eldorado Park, we send our kids to the shop, we send them to the house shop. They have to move freely, and we cannot be imprisoned. We cannot be staying behind bars. We don't have the luxury of electric fencing and people driving us around. We need to be free to move and go about our lives as we see fit. We cannot be staying behind doors because we fear being raped. We fear being killed. We've been looking at the manner in which these murders have been taking place, putting women in bags and chopping them up. Where does that stem from? Why are men doing this to us? I cannot understand where this is coming from. And while I'm still trying to internalize and wrap my mind around this, all we are saying is this movement is not just about women taking a stance. We are calling on men to join us and to say that you too should be in mourning. You too should be protecting us as women of South Africa.
And we'll talk about men. I mean, we see men in black doeks there as well. But what about your experiences in Eldorado Park when it comes to calling the police when women are in danger? Just tell us what it's like when it comes to law enforcement.
I've just had a call earlier on. I'm actually not too sure about the area. But we do know that, the response time, we definitely need to work on that. We have a VC center that is at our police station that right now I believe that is funded by the Department of Social Development that is closed after 6 o'clock. We still only have one police station that is not accessible to our neighboring communities here, such as your Slovo Park, your Bushkoppies, your Freedom Park. There's no places of safety for women to run to. So those are the things that we have been lobbying for and asking for many years. And it's to date we're standing and this is the situation.
Ms. James, we brought up some of the taglines there, some of the pictures that have been taken saying stop raping us, stop killing us. So that's obviously the call of women. But you say there's a role for men in this movement as well. Tell us more.
Yes, definitely. As men being, in my belief system, the head of the homes, men should be speaking to their fellow brothers and finding out, why are you doing this? Why have we allowed the situation to perpetuate the way it has? Is it because we have been too silent about it? Is it the fact that it's become almost the norm in our community and not only Eldorado Park? This is a nationwide problem. Why is it that it's coming to the forefront so drastically right now? What has happened? What has changed? We need to start talking. Why is it the very people that we gave birth to are killing us? I was reading earlier on about the boy that put his mother in a drum with cement. I can't think how something like that could happen. Is it alcohol related? Is it drug related? But irrespective of what it is, we need to put an end to this. And as a build up towards the 9th of August, we will be calling on all communities to rally behind this movement so that we can get into our vehicles, we can drive to union buildings, we can make sure that we actually effect change, we can make sure that we take the same courage like the youth of 1976 and we fight this battle. We cannot continue like this. I am actually speechless.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll follow your efforts, that march in August you've mentioned, but just very finally, what about the Black Doek? Are you calling on women to wear it, men to wear it? Does this become a signal even for women in trouble?
I'm calling on for the next 14 days, wherever you are, to wear your Black Doek, to show that we are standing in solidarity with the families who lost their daughters to this evil. I'm calling on South Africans to wear their Black Doek, to show a form of respect and to show that we are determined and that we're going to stand with strength and with everything that we have to fight this evil in our country.
All right, thank you for your time tonight. That was social activist Dereleen James, a spokesperson for the Black Doek movement. Now, coming up later on the show, we've been talking about the plight of young women. We unpack the many struggles that young people have faced since 1976. A robust panel discussion coming up, moderated by Asanda Gwasheng. That's coming up at 7 o'clock, and you can stream it live on sabcnews.com, also on the SABC News channel on YouTube. All right, we take a short break, more to come.